What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Big things to talk about with Tesla. We all know Tesla as this massive car company that makes amazing vehicles, but there is one department that most people overlook. It's not as flashy. It doesn't look as cool as your traditional cars or autopilot, or I guess the Tesla Tequila. But this is just as important of a department than anything else. In fact, me personally, and also several other Wall Street analysts, feel like this department will probably be making even more money than a traditional car manufacturing business. In fact, this could be making more money than the autonomous driving program. That is pretty cool. So if you guys want to hear what's going on, definitely stay through the whole video. Be describing what Tesla is doing and what they are trying to prepare themselves for. Because at this current market, if you make a bunch of really awesome looking electric vehicles, it doesn't make you special anymore. General Motors is deciding to be coming out with like 20 to 30 electric vehicles within just 5 years. Mercedes-Benz is already working on the EQ series, and they have already launched a few cars here and there. BMW, you also have Ford. They're super serious about EVs, and they're making a bunch of electric battery factories and trying to secure their own slice of the battery world. So Tesla's like, okay, if I keep making cars, it's not going to be a good thing. My valuation is enormous. It's essentially bigger than all the other car companies combined. I got to do something that's different from making vehicles, so my stock and my valuation could definitely go up. In fact, I think this department will make Tesla more money than anything else, which is their battery department. So right now, Tesla is really quietly expanding its reach of their battery business, and they slowly have entered into the Texas energy sector, which recently has been hit by extremely cold weather, and their power system just completely failed. In fact, there was like system-wide blackouts. People didn't get enough heat. It didn't really look so good. But here's the thing, on Twitter, a lot of people posted images of whole neighborhoods being completely dark, and there'll be like this one house that's actually lit up. And the only reason why that house is even lit up in the first place was they had the Tesla solar roof and also the Tesla power wall. And that way, they can actually have this nice power going on, even when the whole entire city has like no electricity. So after this, everyone started recognizing the power of clean energy, solar, battery. People really like that kind of stuff after that major blackout. And according to a lot of reports, Tesla has a small company underneath them that they own. It's registered as Gambit Energy Storage LLC. These guys are really quietly building a 100 megawatt plus battery storage system in Texas. This is roughly about a few miles south of Houston. It's kind of in like a little area that most people don't really know. But this massive battery will be connected to the same grid that failed during the past month's really cold freeze. That kind of is like a major shift. I think Tesla was really quietly just working with like the government. They're like, hey, we saw that your energy system completely failed. You want me to install like a bunch of battery storage systems? It could definitely be a really good backup system if anything like this happens again. And I guess they complied and say yes. And so far, this massive 100 megawatt battery is deployed. And so far, it could be the beginning of really incredible times for Tesla. Remember how Tesla had this massive surge in electric vehicles that everyone really loved? Well, we could be seeing Tesla having a massive surge in the battery storage system, and that could definitely get a lot of people going into the Tesla battery market. Ever since people started posting pictures and videos of random houses and random areas that are completely light up because of solar panels and also batteries, everyone just simply wanted to get one of these. And so far, Tesla's solar and battery storage division is doing really well, and they don't usually attract a lot of press coverage because would you rather hear a story about the really awesome Tesla Roadster or a battery? I think most people want to cover news about the car because it's flashier, it's really good looking. But I think most people just simply overlook the fact that the Tesla farms, especially the battery farms, they do a lot of really incredible stuff. And this isn't the first time doing it. And more than 2 years after winning a bunch of different bets and also making gigafactories, Elon Musk right now is making a bunch of solar and wind farms and also battery farms in Southern Australia because Southern Australia constantly faces blackouts after blackouts. I mean, they have like 80,000 lightning strikes, a bunch of tornadoes. 2016 was like a really bad year. Like if you guys thought Texas was bad, Southern Australia in 2016 was honestly just as bad. So right now, a lot of people in Australia are pushing for renewable energy because that kind of stuff will keep the lights on even in really, really bad weather times. And guess who they went for? They went for Tesla and Elon Musk. Sure, they could have went from other battery farm companies, but here's the thing. They're in a prototype phase, and current battery companies right now have no factory. So you can make the coolest products like QuantumScape, but if you don't have the factory, how are you going to be making those vehicles? So everyone's going to Tesla for a lot of this stuff, and Tesla essentially in just a few weeks made this massive battery storage facility in Southern Australia, and this is saving Australia in that area several millions of dollars, I think like 50 to 60 million dollars per year. That's a lot of money. And essentially cleaner energy, wind farms, battery farms, it's looking pretty good. They also essentially got a contract in Israel to build a bunch of battery farms over there as well. Cleaner energy is always the best option. And last but not least, they even got a bunch of Tesla Powerwalls to be sent into Nigeria. So they actually set up these Powerwalls around the government buildings, because occasionally there are some blackouts, there are times where there's no electricity, and that's really important, especially when you're in the government building. So setting up these Powerwalls in these government facilities is honestly pretty smart as well. So we got some pretty big things going on with Tesla that just really spices things up. I think building these massive battery farms is making them really unique, especially how most companies out there that specialize in batteries can't even do this, whereas Tesla can, which makes them almost like a $1 trillion company. The share prices are down a lot today, so definitely check it out. Tesla stock valuation has essentially cut by like 30%. 1/3 of the valuation was cut off. I guess the stock market was having like a massive cool off. It's not just Tesla. The Nasdaq has a 10% correction right now. A lot of crashing is happening in the stock market. And once again, when you got this much buying and this much selling, you're going to be getting a lot of volatility. So some people are honestly going in, I guess, definitely check out and buy the dip. But currently the markets aren't really that kind right now. But just seeing Tesla building these little giant batteries, I think as time goes on, as the media sees this, people will definitely start evaluating Tesla as no more than a car manufacturer. They won't really see Tesla as a software company, but more as a battery company. And I think since batteries are the future and Biden pushing so heavily into cleaner energy, we could be seeing some really incredible stuff coming from Tesla. Most car companies right now are just making cars. And at the most car companies are probably working on the autonomous driving program. But not a single car company in the world is making battery farms for governments and also different institutions. That's super interesting. I'll definitely love to see more. We'll definitely get more news about this, but it's one of those news pieces and things in the world that most people don't cover about. Once again, news agencies and press almost never cover about the Tesla battery division team. They always like to cover the car division team. That's about it, guys. Definitely subscribe for more Tesla news. A lot more interesting stuff is coming out on a daily basis, so definitely stay tuned.